Hey, and I'm sorry, I'm sort of like a self-proclaimed creator, right? So my thing is, whenever I'm doing something, I promise you, and I'm not just making this up. When I look at my finished product, right, I want to say like, I want to let you slide, dude. Hey, you taking one sip, make you take one dip, and you hit that running man too, cause you know how we do it. Smooth and groove. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. How you doing today? Good afternoon, huh? It's 12:00. Man, a month. What they say? A month of Sundays, huh? I'm doing great. Doing great. Yeah, we trying to stay relevant. Really, trying to stay relevant. Get the people what they want, what they need, what they can do. Give them something to do inside the house. You know what I mean? So just trying to be good to people, man. That's all. That's all. How you doing? Hey, exactly. How you doing? Right. Oh Lord. So you put a lot of pressure on me now. That's what's up. That's what's up. So look, everybody tap in, let everybody know who you are, what you do, and listen. I know you. Don't be humble. Like tell these people what you do and the scope of work. Name drop. Let me hear your name drop. I know. Right. Right, of course. Right. Exactly. That's the win. That's the win. So somebody asked the name of your company. The name of our company is Creative Edge. Creative Edge. ATL. On Instagram. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is so. Like everything that you said, and the things that you do, and the people that you work with, and the creative process that you have in your mind. Like, tell me like one thing that you do, like as far as when you get a client, right? What does that creative process look like to you? Not necessarily what it look like for your client, but what does that look like for you? Right. And I definitely appreciate the quality of work and the way that you approach your work. Like, I mean, when I tell you, and you know, hey, and I'm sorry, I'm sort of like a self-proclaimed creator, right? So my thing is, whenever I'm doing something, I promise you, and I'm not making this up. When I look at my finished product, right, I want to say like, I wonder what JYNXX will say about this, right? I wonder what she'll say. And like, in my mind, no, for real. And in my mind, I'm like, if JYNXX likes this, then I'm on to something, right? It may not be perfect, but if she thinks it is, and based on your quality of work, I'm not talking about just like friend to friend, peer to peer, like anything like that. I'm looking at I put my stuff up to your quality of work, and like, okay, well, I see why she did this, right? She ain't got a drop shadow on this, but let me take the drop shadow out on mine. You know what I mean? Or like she got the way she got the people set up. I can see what she was thinking. So when I'm looking at your work, I'm like, okay, because when I look at your work, I don't look at it as it's you, right? I look at your work as you own a company that creates for major corporations, right? Major brands. And if your scope of work is good enough to make the masses look amazing, then shit, that's my target right there, right? That's my target. If I can get anywhere close to that, and I've done it myself, I feel good. You know what I mean? And so I think that a lot of people need to have that and understand that when you're looking at other people's work, when you're looking at the things that these people are doing, really pay attention to the time and the effort and the energy that they put into it on the little stuff, right? It's not about, it's not about the big picture.
When you go to like Fiverr and places like that, you gonna get what you paid for.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna get like, and I tried it. I was like, let me just see what everybody's talking about, because you have to know what your competition is doing, right? And so I've done it once or twice, and I'm like, oh, I saw that exact same clip art when I was Googling for inspiration.
Yep.
Like, y'all pull that, put a line of some words in
Yep.
it, that's your photo? No.
Yep. Yeah, and now you feel like you got something dope until you see somebody else is like, hold on, they stole my logo. It's like, nah, that's the logo that everybody's using. You know what I mean? But I know with your scope of work, even when you do like, I seen I think it was a brochure or something you did for either Ed Gordon, or you was advertising the people that you work with. And like, I seen the main image, right? But on the background, I seen the shadow image of another image of them. You know what I'm saying? Like in the background, which I was like, oh, I see what she's doing. I see it, right? I see what she's doing, you know.
Most
and
people probably wouldn't pay that any
attention, right? You know what I'm saying? But to you in your mind, yeah, to you like, look, I can't just have a white background over here. Let me put some type of texture or something to shadow it, to give it some type of, you know what I mean? Some type of layer to it, or some type of substance to it, so it's just not a flat white background. You know what I mean? So
I want to pause you right here, because I think this is a good opportunity to talk about some other stuff.
Okay.
Like, when we're talking about being visual, now this is some stuff that it transcends the graphic design space or the web design space, but legitimately, like 65% of individuals and people on this planet are visual, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's more than half. There's like 65% of people are visual, so you have to connect with people on a visual space.
Right.
But that goes even deeper. Like, that vision has a special way of connecting with people. The things we see
think it goes back to like I think it was KRS-One, right? That did the analogy where he was like, what is something that you can close your eyes and see, right? It's something that you can say without speaking. You know what I mean? And it's something that you can hear without saying anything, or something of that sort, right? But what he was saying was, what that is the unconscious, right? So, right, the unconscious, right? So if I told you right now, look at this wilding out sign on my shirt, and I tell you to close your eyes, and still see that wilding out sign, you can still see that wilding out sign without seeing it, right? So those things are exactly what you're talking about. Being able to visualize something. You know what I mean? Being able to visualize it, actually see it, sit back and let it, it's almost like letting it download into yourself, right? Letting it download into your psyche, letting it download into your mentality and your mind. And that can go either good or bad, right? If all you see is bad, all you see is negativity, all you see is this stuff, it's going to download in your psyche, right? Now,
it's so important what you feed your mind.
Man, and unconsciously you're going to start gossiping. Unconsciously, you're going to start doing these things negatively that's going to affect you and how you operate. And my coach used to say it all the time, and it really clicked to me, like, after I stopped playing ball. Like, my coach used to be like, listen, before the game, when you in your hotel, when we in a hotel room and we chilling, most people want to be on a video game and doing all this stuff. He said, look, play the game in your mind, right? Play the game in your mind before you even put your suit on, before you put your gear on. Play all of this stuff in your mind. If you feel like you want to score 5 touchdowns, tell yourself how you're going to do that, right? And then what happens is when you get to the game and you put your outfit on, it almost becomes like a deja vu, right? It's like you've been there before. Yeah, you already.
And now all you got to do is play it out.
Right.
And that's life. That's the secret to life. You have to believe it, right?
Exactly. That's the key.
And so take that over to the, you have to take that over to the branding space, right? It's like, I always tell customers, I'm like, don't just throw something together or pick your favorite color because you like green, orange, and purple.
Right.
Like, all of these colors have a certain influence on people, and they have an effect on people. And then when they start to see things, they start to feel things, right? And when they feel things, they internalize it a certain way. And what you have to do is make sure that people see and feel the things that you want them to see and feel.
Exactly.
So you have to connect with them where they're at.
Exactly. And that. What?
There's nothing like developing allergies during a pandemic.
Man, listen. My eyes. I wake up in the morning. My eyes like I'm sneezing. They like, oh, what's wrong? Like, bro, I got allergies, bro. It's all kind of pollen and stuff outside. This junk hit me every year.
And now, when every little thing you do could be like negative.
Right. Now look, before we get into the smoothies, I got one point that I want to ask you about, and I know for a fact because I've experienced it with. Huh?
Sorry, my boy Jack just
Oh yeah. What up, Jack? But as far as mental health, right? The mental space, and how important is that, right? You know what I'm talking about? How important is that, and what level of like attention do you pay to that, like on a consistent basis? And I'm gonna tell everybody why I asked that in a second.
Yeah, you already know how I feel about mental health.
Yeah.
If you ain't got that, you have nothing. Okay? That is literally the foundation of everything that you build your pillars on. So I protect my sanity and my happiness and my clarity with everything that I have. It comes before anything else. And after that, I can worry. It's like kind of like when they tell you in the airplanes, like the air mask that you give yourself before you tend to anybody else.
Right.
You gotta make sure you're good.
Right.
Because energy speaks volumes. Energy speaks volumes when you're on the phone with somebody. Energy speaks volumes when you're not even saying anything. Right? When you're off, you're off.
Right. That's fire. Yeah, and the reason that I asked that, and I want people to understand, is that you're one person that really helped me to get a grasp of a lot of things negatively that I was dealing with, right? And it was And when I say negatively, it was one of those things like I had to dig up my own skeletons, right? I had to find a way to dig up my own skeletons and not only dig them up, but deal with them, you know. And so at the joint that you invited me to, I was able to really like find out what my true like situation was. Like, why was I so impacted by these certain things? Why was the smallest things, why would that affect me the way that it would, right? It would just change me, like my whole energy. It would just change everything just like this, right? And I didn't know what it was, and I would always revert back to my defense mechanism, right? Which is shutting down, which is not talking, which is getting angry, which is, you know, all of these different things. But after I was able to realize the issues and the underlying issues, the stuff that we buried and didn't want to deal with, right? I was able to see so many things in my life, right? That was like, oh, that's why I'm like that, right? So like, long story short, and you know it, I had a problem with my dad. My dad wasn't in my life, right? So me not having my pops, and I've always wanted my pops, and I've always wanted to feel like I was good enough for my pops, right? Well, within that, that's the main frame, right? But the root of that is that I got a problem with disappointment, right? Whether I'm disappointing someone or someone's disappointing me. That's the shutdown part. That's the part that really like destroys me, is if I do something and I feel like I disappointed somebody, right? And I'm like, dang, like, because I want to be at this level, because I got to prove now that even though I didn't have my dad, I'm still a stand-up guy, right? I'm still good enough to do it without him. So within that, what I found out was, hey, now I don't want to deal with nobody. That's why I don't never ask for help, right? Because I don't want somebody to let me down. Because if they disappoint me, now it's going to revert me back to the same state. And really what happens is that state of mind is that child state of mind, right? That's how I felt. That's how I felt as a child, right? And that same feeling, no matter if you don't deal with, I don't care how old you get, right? If you don't deal with this junk now, you're going to take that junk on with you until you die, right? And you're going to always have that childlike feeling. Yeah, most definitely.
We are all, and this is what I say all the time, we are all children. We are all 7-year-old, 5-year-old children running around in adult bodies trying to master things and issues and addressing issues in our lives the same way 7-year-old children will. Mm-hmm. By the time you're 7, you've already identified for yourself who you are, right?
Yep.
And so me as a parent to a 6-year-old, I know I got 1 year left to screw my child up. It's inevitable, right?
Right.
Because we do it human, we're imperfect, and we're going to do that.
Yep.
But I think the challenge is, or the beauty of it is, like the way that I plan on raising my child is like, I need her to see that.
Mm-hmm.
We're making smoothies, but we're preaching to people.
Well, we got Ed Gordon on the line, right?
Everyone knew you were my favorite client. She could be out yesterday. But so the beauty of it is like when you understand that we're all a little more complex versions of our 7-year-old selves, like you can address that stuff, right?
Right.
And the things that I've learned over the course of my life is what I want to give my child is tools to be able to deal with those things. The same way you and I had that spiritual session where you're literally digging into places that you didn't know were there in order to solve the issues that were running your life for you, right? And I'm speaking from experience because I, in a very similar vein, had people do that for me.
Right.
And I can see from like overnight, it was night and day.
Right. I mean, it was like when I tell you, and I told you this, I was like, bro, like,
and it was some weird shit too, right?
Man, I was like, wait a, like, I mean, and it's so comforting though. Like, that's the thing about it. Most people would think that if you're dealing with these type of things, it would be hard, it would be like aggression, it would be all of these different negative feelings. But at that point, it's almost like when Will Smith was talking about jumping out of the airplane. Like, all of this fear lies right before you actually jump, and you're free, right? Because now, once I've done all this, I'm so free, and I can actually recognize it in other people, right? That's the crazy thing, is being able to see those pain points and those hurts and all of that stuff in other people, after I done dealt with it. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like, oh, you just like, bro, you just going through something, bro. It's cool. Like I'm not even, you know, gonna be aggressive.
Right.
Yeah, I get it because I'm at the same spot. And so now, not only that, now you're able to help people to realize their problems and the things that they're struggling with at the same time. I think it's amazing.
It's a beautiful thing. Now, but I will say this, like, the way you handled it, I think it has to do with your disposition a little bit. Mm-hmm. Like, there are people that struggle with it, right? Mm-hmm. There are people that won't let go of it. There are people that want to fight against it. Like, if you go with the flow, like anything else, when you resist, persist, right? So sometimes if you just let things happen in the world, mm-hmm. right? Mm-hmm. Keep your eye, again, like I said, imagery is important. Visualize what you want your outcome to be and focus on that, mm-hmm. and then just let things fall into place. Like, I can't sit here and worry about every little thing in the world. I can't worry about what Trump about to do next. I can't worry about this stimulus package that's going to reach or not reach. Right. I can't worry about this person coughing 5 minutes before I walk into the air and some or other. You know, like, I can't worry about these things. I focus on the things that I want to see within my life and let everything else just fall into place.
Man, that's big. That's big. That's big. Look, I know we can talk all day. Let's get to this smoothie making. What you got over there in that kitchen? I know you the.
Okay, hold up. For starters, I have this amazing fruit, a dragon fruit.
That's a dragon. That's a yellow dragon fruit. Yeah. It's a white flesh.
Yes. Oh, it is so good.
Yeah.
So I got that. I had to throw out my guavas. They just weren't acting right. So I have fresh pineapple. Okay. Let me unmount this.
All right.
I got. All right. What you got? I got. What do you want? Frozen or unfrozen? Or are we working with?
Whatever you got, preferably frozen because we're not using no ice. We're not on that ice. That ice was in 2019. Let's go frozen.
You know, I do this every morning.
Bro, I know you on deck. Hey, look. If I know one thing about it, you on deck. So let's go.
So even from so I'm gonna give you a little nugget. You know, my nutritionist, who's very much so plant-based and a healer, and her big thing every morning is like, especially in the times COVID-19, your body needs to start its day off with the fresh fruits.
Yep.
And the herbs, like I put mint in mine, I put ginger in mine.
Yep, from the earth.
I put basil, mint, I put all that stuff.
You know what happens is to me, what happens is, and that's why I'm putting a program together for people to be able to make smoothies and all that type of stuff in the morning, to save time in the morning for one, receive your nutritional value for two, and then three, it's another way to connect with your family doing something together, right, at the same time. So I'm putting a whole little program together for that. But the thing is I think that the more that you can connect with the earth earlier in the morning, right, on a more spiritual level, you know what I'm saying? You can tap in, right? You'll be tapped in early. It's almost like, have you ever woke up at like 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning and just went outside, right, and felt the energy? Man, look, you got to try it one day. You go back to sleep when you do it, but because I know you. If you're a creator, that's when you create most of the time too. But man, you go outside, the energy is so different early in the morning like that because there's no negativity in the air. Like nobody's disturbed the energy. The earth is being the earth, right? So at that time frame, the air and everything is just so different. You know what I'm saying? So I think that tapping into that source early, putting that stuff in your body early, and I'm gonna get onto that sound wave joint too. I like that joint. But tapping into all that stuff early, I think will help you move forward. Yeah.
You should have done that 21-day meditation with me, man. Rock and rolling, baby.
Yeah. I gotta get on that. So look, let me see. I know you're gonna get what type of fluid you using. I know you probably on the coconut water.
Frozen pineapple. I have my mixed berries. Hold on, where's my I think y'all brought this up last time. My sea moss. And anything else? I think that's it.
Okay, cool. So So my producer asked where you got the sound bowl from.
So there's a lady on Instagram, a fellow German lady on Instagram who sells them. Her Instagram handle is at Clinker Closet. It's a little complicated. I'm gonna put it in the. I'm gonna type it in.
All right.
And you can get the sound bowls and all kinds of fancy jewelry and stuff, African, straight from Africa.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. Boy, this girl will not. She refused to take a nap. Boy, I promise you that. Ken, get back upstairs and take a nap. It's your nap time. Go upstairs. Go in your room and take a nap. You didn't go to sleep at all. All right, go ahead. You can get a smoothie when you get up, okay? Thank you. Go. She thinks she's slick. She's smart as she's too smart for her own good, but.
Aren't they all?
So look, this is what I'm gonna do. So you got what kind of blender you got? Let me see what kind of blender you got.
Oh, and I have my agave too. So.
All right.
I just have the little personal joints.
Okay.
It's usually just me.
With the blender joint on the bottom of it with the little spin button. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. So it's the same thing. So what I want you to do, the blade. Take the blade out. The blade gonna be at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what I want you to do first, I want you to put the mint in first.
Okay, hold up. So let me strap you back in here so I can see my hands.
All right. The Android, bro. I done told you about the Android. Mint. Yep.
Okay, mint's fine. But you know,
Yeah.
don't play about not washing the pesticides off.
Hey, but listen. But she not playing like.
Freshest of refreshment.
Yep.
Smell it. Fun fact.
Let me smell it.
If you like mint tea though, boil yourself some water, not tap water. Boil yourself some water and just boil the fresh mint leaves. Don't do the tea, just boil the fresh mint leaves. Because once you buy this, there's a good chance you won't go through all this.
Yeah.
But this is where you get all the nutrients from the mint as opposed to, just whatever dry stuff that the teas give you.
Right. Yeah, I'm actually incorporating some mint in my smoothies on the truck. Yeah, I'm incorporating some of that stuff, even in my drinks as well, my juices as well. We're gonna start incorporating a lot of mint stuff.
Alright, you let this soak a little while, but how much mint? Because I'll OD on mint.
Go ahead, do your thing.
Mint the merrier.
Yeah, do your thing. Do your thing. It's gonna blend up anyway. They don't have a whole lot of substance in it. And you can tell she do this, but she washing the fruit off. She the mom. She a real live mom, man. Go on and throw it in there. You can throw the stem in too.
Really?
Yeah, it's gonna blend up.
That's a big. I'm trying not to cuss, because I know there's probably some people on here that have their children somewhere in the background.
Well, they can't hear you that good. It's all right. I'll turn the blender on.
Huh?
I said I'll turn the blender on. They can't hear you.
They can't hear me. Oh,
They-
shit. Oh, I'm like, I know. Little fun fact, I cuss like a sailor.
That's good. My mama did too, so I understand that language better than anything.
Alright, I did not. These are some big ass stems. These are some big behind stems, so I just kind of did. Alright, we good.
All right,
We good,
bet.
right?
All right, that's good. It's gonna flatten out anyway. So now, once you put that in, I want you to put the you got frozen mangoes, you got frozen bananas, you got blueberries, the blueberry mix. I want you to put some blueberry mix in there and some agave.
Just, okay, you named like 4 things. Just the blueberries?
Blueberry mix. I want you to put the blueberry mix and the agave. Just do about a handful. You're doing a personal joint, so do about a handful of that blueberries. That's a fresh bag too, man. That's a fresh bag.
Yeah, man. Trying to put everything in this little window I got right now.
So do about a handful. So probably about Let me see. Pour it in there. Let me see.
A cup?
Yeah.
Oh, it's got strawberry juice.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Let me see. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yep. There you go. You see how the mint flattens out? That's what I wanted you to see. Better white, huh? Better black. Better brown. How about that?
Okay, so agave.
Yep. Put a little agave in there. Put it.
Agave.
Yeah, about a little teaspoon. You said it's not that sweet?
I ain't that sweet.
Okay. All right.
You trying to tell folks all the time.
Pick it up. Pick it up. All right. So you got the agave in there. All right. So now what I want you to put the mangoes, frozen mangoes. Yep. Oh, they good and frozen too. That's good.
Those are my own frozen mangoes.
So she actually cuts her fresh fruit and freezes it.
The mangoes are winning.
Yeah. But you just take a chunk out. Just take one of the chunks out. Hey, DDT that thing. Just take a chunk out. It's whatever piece broke off of it. It don't even matter. Whatever piece broke off of it.
How much am I putting in?
Whatever piece you can. Let me see. That's good, right there.
Smell like some mango.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright. And now what you're gonna do is you're gonna do the banana last.
What up, Loki? Banana last. The frozen banana. Got it.
Yep.
So, I have two kinds of bananas.
Alright.
I have a burro banana.
Okay.
You know, the natural, like the real natural
Uh-huh.
banana. When I get them, I get those.
Mmm.
A little short style.
Yep. Yep. Put one of those in. Just put one in. Yeah. The real deal.
The real banana.
So I'm gonna tell you a secret about the bananas, right? I'm gonna tell you a secret about them. If you can get a flat pan and like wax paper, peel all the bananas, slice them like in half, and spray lime juice on them, right? What happens with that is, you know, sometimes when you freeze bananas, they still kind of turn brown a little bit, or they still kind of discolor. What you do?
You know, the brown though is the sweetest part.
That's the sweetest part, right? I know that. But what it does is it preserves that, and it traps all of that stuff in there, and it's so much better, like quality taste of it. I don't know what it is about that lime juice, but it traps that flavor in like completely. And then the reason I say cut it is because now that it's frozen, sometimes it's hard to break them, right? And sometimes it's hard to cut them without letting them kind of get thawed out a little bit before you put it in the blender. So if you cut them, pre-cut them, spray them, they won't stick together, right? And you do the same thing with the mangoes. So you put them on a flat pan, you freeze them, spray them, freeze them, right? Once they're frozen, you can kind of drop it like you do the cookies, and then put them in the bag. Like you do the cookies when you do the cooking pan.
Oh.
So, so you do it like you do the cookies. Then once you get ready to put them in the bag, they're already frozen when you put them in the bag, so they won't stick together like that.
Somebody just made a good point. I should probably start chopping these a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There we go. Good point.
There you go.
I think you would have handled it, but just to be safe.
Just to be safe. You know what I'm saying? You don't want no chunks in it. All right. So now what you got? So
The limes though, like even if you have a fresh apple and you put lemon juice on it, like there's something about lemons in cooking,
Yeah.
on fruits,
Yeah.
like this lime gives up the entire flavor, and it really does preserve a lot of the nutrients.
especially with that mint too, it'll bring all that flavor out of that mint. All right. Now put you like a little teaspoon of that sea moss in there. That sea moss. Hey, look, me and Kelly are working on some crazy junk right now with this sea moss.
Come again?
Me and Kelly, we're working on some stuff with this sea moss. It's gonna be crazy.
Well, all right, then, come on through. I just gave I had a whole bag of the, unprocessed, the raw sea moss.
Yeah.
I just gave it away.
That's what I'm trying. I want to go get. I'm gonna go ahead and go get some of that because I want to test it and see how long it holds like that, and what type of things I can do as far as like different properties that I can do with that sea moss. Like how can I break it down in different ways?
So fun fact, you do not want to use metal on your sea moss. Plastic or wood only. Do not use metal because then it starts to change
The property of the moss.
something in the properties. Yeah, the metal reacts with the sea moss. So,
Wow, that's a good fact. I didn't know that. I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot about the sea moss. Like my thing is, I never really researched the sea moss like until it started dropping. I knew about it a while ago. They call it the Garden of Eden, right? That's what it's the Garden of Eden. So what I try to do is I want to know for myself, right? The things that I can do with it. Like I want to tangibly touch it. I want to know exactly the properties, how it smells, how it tastes. Like I want to know all of that stuff before I start selling it. Ooh, I told you that was the white flesh.
I know exactly what it is.
Uh-huh.
And it is so yummy. So if y'all have never had the yellow dragon fruit,
The yellow dragon fruit on the chain.
I was just put onto that recently, and I'm just like, why y'all been on that on me?
It's better than the actual the pink dragon fruit to me.
It is.
It's a whole lot better. It's a whole lot sweeter too.
It is much better. So with my smoothie later, I'm gonna enjoy my little special dragon fruit.
She gonna eat that with a spoon. So let me see your jug now. Let me see your joint. Let me see how you looking. All right, you stacked up. So what I want you to do is I want you to put. You say you're gonna put water in there.
Yeah, water coming out.
Okay. I want you to put water in to the point where it's about almost halfway. Yep. Crystal clear. So let me check you out.
Look, all on top of my whole concoction about top.
Hey.
See what's going on here. Like y'all don't know what it looks like to pour water.
Right. It'd be like, yeah.
Let me show y'all how I pour my water.
So a little bit less than halfway. The water, it'll fill up the jug. Yep. Let me check you out. Where the water at? That's too much. That's too much water. You hard-headed. I said a little bit under halfway.
Really?
Yes.
That's spinach too, by the way.
Hey, your smoothie gonna be counterfeit. You blend it like that.
You trying to give me a brain freeze? It's cold outside. Hey.
All right, that's good. That's good.
That's not under halfway.
Let me see. Pour out some more. Yeah, pour out some more.
Am I pouring out my agave too?
You shouldn't. A little bit. All right. That's good right there. All right, that's good. Pour it back in. Get it back in.
Yeah. Only with a spoon that is not metal.
Plastic spoon only. Plastic or wood.
Yep.
All right. Now, the reason I wanted you to put that joint, the fluid about halfway, once you turn it, once you flip it upside down, it's going to be the first thing that hits the blade. So you want all of your, you want all of your hard ingredients to be at the bottom so that it can make sure it hits the blade first. All right. Now let me see what you got. Make sure you're straight. All right, you good to go. Let me see that thing blend. Coming.
See, I usually do it the other way around, where all the mix would be the last thing I put in, so that the heavy fruit can push it all to the bottom.
I like, cause everything gonna pull in. Let me see.
You gotta fight with it a little bit.
We'll put a little bit more water in there then. I don't want you fighting with it. I said I don't want you to fight with it.
No, I gotta fight.
Yeah, put a little bit more water in there then. We pouring so much water out. Get you a little bit more water in there. Get you a little bit more water. Don't fight with it. Just put a little more water in there. I ain't never used that type of blender, so you know I'm working off the visible.
But you know, with little ones like this, like she look good and all, but she still got the mint all the way at the bottom.
Yeah, but I know. But listen, when you blend it, everything is gonna pull. The reason I put all the stuff at the top, like I put like all of the stuff that I do at the top of the blade, is because the blade, the way that it operates is like a tornado. So typically, when you have the proper proportion in there and the fluid, now this time when you do it, you're gonna spill a little bit. It's okay. When you do it.
Yeah, I don't know if this one's as powerful as yours, though, to be able to tornado everything to the bottom is all.
It will. Watch it work. Just, hey, have faith in it.
He said, watch me work.
Hey, watch me work.
That might have been it.
Yeah.
That might have been it.
Blend it again. I want you to blend it again. Blend it again. Blend it again. Blend it one more time. Get it one more time. Yep. Do it again. Let me see. Nah, you ain't gotta do it again. Don't do it again.
I'm hungry, man. I've been waiting on breakfast since 12:45.
Hey, let me see where your wine glass at.
I usually just drink it right out of there. You gonna be fancy.
You gotta make sure you ain't got no bubbles in that thing. Make sure you ain't got no bubbles now.
A whole wine glass, huh?
Yeah, we ain't got no bubbles. We don't do the bubbles now. Make sure they ain't counterfeit.
You funny.
See that pour? Oh yeah. Oh, look at it. Oh, it got a gloss on it.
I have never had my smoothie out of a wine glass before. Leave it up to smoothie.
Hey, that thing got a gloss on it. Let me see that gloss.
Ooh, baby, let me show you.
Oh yeah. Look at that gloss, boy. Yes, sir. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause the one thing we don't do is counterfeit. Look.
No, yeah, ain't nothing counterfeit around here.
Ooh, that's magic too.
Yeah.
I have never made this. Like all of the fruities and concoctions that I come up with, I have never made this before. I am thoroughly impressed right.
Hey, I'm just a smoothie guy. I ain't nobody special.
I mean, I do declare. Look, that was some special right there. I don't know what you're talking about.
Now let me show you what I'm gonna do. I got my good blender out today. Let me show you guys. So I'm gonna do my mixed berries with my cherries and everything in there. And I got my strawberries, my mangoes, I got my orange with my cutie, and my banana.
Is that frozen?
Nah, the only thing that's frozen is my fruit. My bananas, I keep them like that. Alright? So I'm glad that I got my blender out now. I can really get down how I want to get down, right? So I can show y'all the actual recipe. And I have my fresh beet juice as well with my lime already in it.
Ooh, you fancy?
So I told you to always put the fluid above the blade, right? And that's gonna be right at about 8 ounces. Can y'all see that?
That's pretty. I'm mad at beet juice. I need to get off some beet juice.
So what I'm gonna do is I got my strong blender, right? So I got my real strong blender. So I'm gonna just throw this junk in here. I can just drop it in and do what it's gonna do. Ken, she up again, y'all. Come on around here and sit right here. Come on over here. Sit up. Yep. I'm gonna bring her on next week. I'm gonna bring her on. So I throw all those in there like that. I get my strawberries on here.
Daddy, who are you talking to?
I'm talking to JYNXX.
Hi, baby girl.
Alright. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw this banana in here.
Dad, give me a smoothie.
I know you want a smoothie, baby. That's why you can't go to sleep.
Wait. I know the Running Man is like the drink, right? Ain't you supposed to like Lisa make you dance? Ain't you supposed to like?
Oh yeah. Hey, cause we turn the song on while we making the smoothies in the morning. So look, this is how we looking. Yep, I'm finna blend it. So now I'm gonna tell you guys. Now I want to show you guys this. Now remember I told you to make sure the fluid is about halfway up between the fruit and everything. So this right here is not gonna blend as smooth as you would want it to be. The reason is because my fluid isn't about halfway, right? And I'm gonna show you that. Boom. Throw that thing in there. Got the noise resistant lid. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm talking about? And the reason I knew it was gonna chunk up like that was because I think I talked to this before. You see that gap right there? Hold on. Yes, baby. I'm gonna blend it again. Give me 1 second, baby. That gap right there is an air bubble, right? Those air bubbles form when you don't have enough fluid in. Babe, hold on 1 second, okay? Come on, sit down so you can help me. All right? Or if not, go in your playroom. So from there, what I had to do, most people are fighting with it and try to just keep blending it, keep blending it, keep blending it. But all you got to do is just pour you some more juice in there. Just pour you a little bit more juice, a little bit more water, a little bit more fluid. And what that'll do is that'll help with the blending process, because the fluid is just to help with the blending process. So I'm gonna do a step further. I got my grapefruit. I'm gonna cut my grapefruit in half and I'm gonna squeeze that in there. Kennedy, what's up, baby? Okay, give me 1 second, baby. So I bust that down. I'm a grapefruit fanatic.
See, grapefruits aren't really my thing at
I
all.
love them. And I just squeeze them in here
This
like
right
this.
here, Keanu?
Huh?
This right here, though?
Oh, I know, that's magic.
Ooh, this is going to be called the JYNXX.
The JYNXX. Hey, we call it Ben JYNXX. I've been JYNXX.
This summer, okay?
Tell I've been JYNXX. All right, so you see the juice I put in from the grapefruit. Now watch this thing dance. Watch it dance now. Yes, sir. Hold on, baby. Hold on, sit down. Huh? No, I am. Look at that.
That look pretty right here.
Yes, sir. And then what I always do when I'm done, I like to blend it one more time, just to kind of make sure that I got everything blended up and we ain't got no counterfeit going on in here. No bubbles, no nothing. Ken, come sit down, baby, so I can get you a smoothie, okay? Now look at that.
Keanu, this is fine.
Yeah, I'll give you some too. Look at that.
Very nice. See, I should have whipped that up and got the wrong glass. You know what I mean? My little fancy German, like, earbud.
Oh, that's fire. That's fire.
That's what I should have with that.
I always got to give my little girl a smoothie. I always do. And she like, and typically she like, hey, daddy, I want, if she see my truck outside, she like, daddy, I want the smoothie out of your smoothie truck, because I want the smoothie cup with the lid and the straw, the one that has your logo on it. I'm like, babe, go lay down. Here. You gotta give them what they want.
Daddy, love you.
I'm trying to hype you up now. I love you too. Bro, go in your playroom.
Daddy, it's red.
Yep, it's red.
Smoothies are legitimately one of the only ways I can get my child to take spinach.
Daddy.
Ken, what's up, baby?
Turn the TV back on.
All right, I'll turn the TV back on for you.
Turn the more back on.
Okay, I'll turn Mill and Morphle back on. You see that? It's that parenting way, the business owner, the like all of that stuff embodied in one person, right? And what you got to do to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like most people flip out or won't be able to handle that, but you got to have the patience. You got to be able to redirect. You got to be able to like put your mind, wrap your mind around taking care of multiple things at one time, and especially as a business owner and a parent, right? Being able to embody all of that, that I think helps you when you're dealing with people as well. Yeah, you all right. Take your time.
I'm over here like this joint right here now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely not a joke. Like, this home parenting situation,
Mm-hmm.
homeschooling, I'm sorry, not parenting, homeschooling situation,
Mm-hmm.
man, look.
Hold on, baby. Mm-hmm. So look, Jinx.
Now I have a little bit of a, like, an opportunity to get to work and take care of my clients when she's here.
Ooh.
Being a devil on the loose, man.
Boy, I'm trying to put mine in year-round school now. She got to go to school year-round. Ain't no summer break. So look, before they cut us off, you know IG gonna cut us off in a minute anyway. Tell everybody how they can connect with you. If anybody's on here and want to get their sites done, websites done. I know you kind of bagged up. I know you got a lot of work going. But how can they tap in with you? At least do some type of work with you to kind of see the quality of work that you do as well.
I mean, simple. So this is my personal profile, Big Jinx. My name's Jinx, as I affectionately call me. Know that it's not on my birth certificate, but that's what everybody knows me as. But you can follow me at Creative Edge ATL on all social media platforms, most predominantly on Instagram. So Creative Edge ATL. So we take care of all of your websites, your branding, anything graphic that you need. We got you. And I mean, we're in the process of pivoting right now too, you know, in this climate. So we're like, I want to help people. Like, I know people need certain things, people that have maybe been putting stuff off. So, you know, this is an opportunity for us to be able to help and pay it forward a little bit.
Right.
So, you know, we're just finding avenues and constructive ways of being able to help people get to where they want to be.
Listen,
So,
hey, if y'all didn't hear that, that means tap in, right? She trying to look out. Hey, if y'all didn't catch that, what she said, she's saying tap in because she's trying to help out, right? So if you need anything done, or if you just want to get the wheels turning and everything, get the process started, right? At least tap in with her, get on her calendar, and see how she can help you in whatever way possible. And like she said earlier, if she can't help you, she'll point you in another direction. You know, that's just her being her.
yeah, we all out here trying to do good business, and I appreciate you very much, Keon, for being who you are, always authentically being who you are.
I appreciate it. Likewise. That. Oh yeah. That. You better make another one.
I'm like, okay, that was got it.
Mhm. Mhm.
That was.
Yeah. So look, man, I appreciate you, man. I really appreciate you, and I love you for who you are, what you're doing, who you're becoming. You know, not only as a business owner, but as a mom. You know, as a woman in general. You know what I mean? And the quality of understanding of who you are and who you're becoming, man. I really appreciate that. I take my hat off to you, and you know, anything I can do to help, I'm here. And I know the feeling is mutual, and we definitely got to get together. All right?
Yes, we'll try this quarantine. I love you back, and I appreciate you, your energy to stay who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going to make it through this, and when we do, we're going to have smoothies together in person.
Most definitely.
With a shot of something.
You know we gotta get a shot. And I gotta hit my boy up with Martell so we can do the Martell version of these.
Kareem?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that charcoal, but that charcoal lemonade,
Oh yeah, that's that vibranium joint.
yes.
Girl, I appreciate you, man, and let's link in. Keep up the good work, girl.
Tell me what you gon'
Appreciate
say.
it.
Have you feeling real good? Real good, like when you hit the whip a nay-nay. Have you doing
Hey,
that
appreciate
left,
y'all
right,
for
side to
hanging in
side?
with us,
You know how I
man,
let you
and
slide,
tapping in
dude.
with
Hey,
us.
you taking one sip, make you
Like I
take
said,
one dip, and you hit that running man
chance
too,
I get,
cause you
every
know
day.
how we do
We got
it.
a full lineup, man. If you
Smooth and
want to tap
groove.
in, go to the link. Go to the link in my bio.
Smooth and groove.
Today, pick your time, and let's rock. All right. And again, it's Keon Davis, and it's making Smoothie Magic, baby. Let's get it.